It's the end of the day with Ray. Man, today's an exciting day, especially if you're a sales rep inside the imaging channel. Because on the end of the day with Ray, guess who I got? Jake Vande from Marco, and Jake is the director of IT sales. And we're going to talk about what it takes to be an IT salesman. Jake, how are you doing, man?
Ray, I'm doing great. Good to be with you.
Well, it's great to have you. You know, someone made a comment on one of my videos yesterday, and they're asking a legitimate question. Hey, what's a copier rep supposed to do? And I always say, first thing they got to do is make sure they're in an organization where their leadership understands there has to be more to serve in the SMB space than selling copy machines and printers by themselves. You guys have pivoted extremely well at Marco. You know, Jeff Gow, the leadership team, and now with Doug, you're driving a whole new game for the industry. You head up the sales piece. So let's answer my friend's question. What's an IT sales rep coming out of the copier industry, or what does a copy rep need to do to be an IT sales rep, Jake?
Ray, if I broke it down simply, stop selling a product.
There you go.
And I'll get into that, right? But that is really the premise of what the industry has always been about, selling a product. Transitioning into IT, you have to start selling a solution, you have to start selling an experience, and you have to provide the support around it. And you hit it right on the head, Ray. Marco's been going through a transition here in the last year. We have a copy a copy print company. We have an IT company. We merged them together. Mm-hmm. So now we have 200 sales reps selling the full portfolio, no matter what side of the house they're on. And we live and breathe it every day. And I came, from the IT side. I came as part of an acquisition a year and a half ago. I brought a sales process over to Marco, and that's really been the foundation to help our copy print reps transition into the IT space. And the foundation of that message is we do not sell a product. We sell a process to help clients evaluate technology. And it sounds simple, but it's really difficult to get your mindset wrapped around the business aspects of selling a solution and an experience, because IT is made up of hundreds of thousands of different products to create a solution.
Yep.
And if the sales rep can walk you through a buying decision and then be supported on the backside with people and resources to talk about the bits and the bytes, that's where success meets and the sales reps can be successful. So at Marco, we've created this process. We've trained them on the process. I've been hand in hand with a lot of these folks on call, showing them how to do it. And then we provided the resources on the back end so that they can take it to the next level and talk bits and bytes. And that's kind of been the magic sauce, Ray, for us the last 6 months because we made it that conversion.
I got to tell you, Jake, I was the copy rep. I had the van, the cart, the whole 9 yards. And, the oldest forever new. But I remember as you moved up segment just in print alone, until you had the confidence to sell the different product, which was sold to a different buyer or to a different vertical, you really sucked at it. And I think, when you look at what Marco's done, I believe your reps have the confidence, which is extremely important. Because a lot of folks get into IT, their brother-in-law that lives next door to the dealer owner all of a sudden is running the IT department. We've seen some of that nonsense. But until those sales reps have full confidence in the back end or the deliverable, it's a miserable failure. And I think, and you put together some kind of a little partner program to help dealers with that. Can you tell us a little bit about that from the sales perspective? I don't want to get into how to build an IT company, but if I'm a dealer owner, I reach out to Jake. Can you help me with some of my sales disciplines?
Yeah, no, that's perfect, Ray. And what we did, first of all, we had to create that sales process, that unique sauce that a rep look at and be comfortable while being uncomfortable, right? How do you step in the world of IT that I don't care if you've been in for 50 years, it changes daily, and find a comfort that you can exude confidence in front of a customer? And that goes back to us being able to help copy reps sell a process, not sell a product. And I can get into the 6 stages that we've developed to make that successful at a later date with you. But in doing so, Marco saw an opportunity. And that opportunity was, let's take the back-end technical resources that we've developed, that we've trained, that we've invested in the last 40 years, and offer that to the indirect channel. So for your reps that are sitting out there wondering, how do I do this? Marco has created an indirect channel where other partners can partner with us. We will provide the back-end resources, the technical expertise, the sales hand-holding experience, and the full back-end service and support, and allow other dealers to sell our products, our solutions, and our managed IT offerings under the comfort and umbrella of an experienced company like Marco. And that is really allowing companies, and more so to your point, Ray, the sales reps to dip their toe in this water, find success early, and then allow us to help develop them, in the IT world as they advance their careers, and then hopefully give them other career options, right? So as they can diversify themselves, they can make more money, they can start to gain a larger wallet share from the customers they already have. And if you see some of the copy companies out there saying, hey, look at the base of customers we have, we're dealing with COVID, how do we maximize our ability to capture our customer spend versus always going out for net new? This is that magic sauce that allows us to say, hey, let's get into your customer base. Let's offer them IT. Let's do it with the back end support of Marco and the resources. Make the introduction, and let's be successful together is really our go-to-market strategy.
Well, I got to be honest with you. It's all about the confidence thing. I think you can bring the confidence to the table. There's no doubt about that. Jake, it's always good to have different perspectives. I know our friends have to get into IT. Obviously, there's no question about that. This standalone delivering copy machines and their services is probably got about a lifespan of about 4 or 5 more years before you won't be able to do it profitably, at least in the current model. It's got to change. So I strongly recommend that people reach out to Marco. And you got anything to add before I end this?
Ray, I just think it's one of those things as sales, mediocrity becomes, I think, the worst enemy of a sales rep. So if you can start to broaden the industry, you can start to become a full solution provider. You can provide your customers an experience. That's going to be the key. And people have to realize that experience is a customer does not know how to evaluate IT technology. There's so many bits and pieces, right? So don't focus on the bits and pieces. Do not focus on the product. Focus on how to bring them through a solution, how to bring them through a buying experience. And that's basically the business aspect, right? Ask them how they do things today. How would they like to do things tomorrow? And then bring in the resources to align the different tools to accomplish those different needs. Don't sit here and try to certify yourself in every technical manufacturer, product, and solution. Talk to business, bring in the experts, and then you slowly build that portfolio of confidence and solutions, and the customers appreciate it. And it's definitely a differentiator in the industry.
Well, we appreciate it, and I know Marco's out there trying to help move an industry, and you're doing a great job on your own. Hopefully some people take your advice. My friends, and the answer to that question, if you're a sales rep in the imaging channel, or what is a copier rep supposed to do? Well, go work for a company that understands technology, understands broader deliverables, puts the pressure on your own ownership. But we all have to make the pivot because we all know this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you all tomorrow.